I want y'all to understand how this really works in the NFL, right? And I think we blindly have not been paying attention to the politics of the game. You know, the politics of the game plays a big role in this so-called quarterback competition that we thought was happening between Shedeur and Dylan. We thought it was a legit competition. We got caught up thinking Shedeur can outcompete Dylan Gabriel for the starting job or the backup role, wherever, you know, Kevin Stefanski planned on putting these rookies on the depth chart.
Mm-hmm.
We got caught up thinking this was a real competition. The entire time, Kevin Stefanski already had his mind made up. He already had his mind made up. Shedeur never had a chance to win the backup role or the starting role, if we're being honest. The job was already given to Dylan Gabriel over Shedeur when they was drafted in the 3rd round and the 5th round. Because the shit never made sense. Since the Browns drafted 2 quarterbacks to get them 4 quarterbacks on the roster without a clear indication who the starter would be, didn't make no sense.
Mm-hmm.
And think about it like this. As the general manager, the operator of a business, their job is to bring in the best talent to the team or the job to help the team get victories, right? For the team, right? That's what a general manager's job is, right? Pretty much in a nutshell, along with the numbers and so on and so forth. But the main job is to get the talent on the team to help this team win. From the 1st round to the 2nd round, and so on and so forth. General managers are supposed to draft the best players to fit the team needs, with round 1 being the most significant pick in the entire draft for every team. So if the general manager drafts 2 quarterbacks or 2 players at the same position, but the one player is paid much less than the player drafted ahead of him, performs better, someone looks like they're not doing their job. So my question is, why would Kevin Stefanski and Andrew Berry put Shedeur in a position to be able to show Dylan Gabriel up, right? If Dylan Gabriel is the 3rd round pick, Shedeur Sanders is the 5th round pick, why would they ever put Shedeur Sanders in a position to show Dylan Gabriel up? What sense would that make, to have the boss man looking at them crazy and starting to question their decision making? It was already set in stone, man. It was already set in stone that Dylan Gabriel would be ahead of Shedeur Sanders on the depth chart through the draft, when the draft took place. It was already set in stone. All right, now story time. Let me give y'all a little story time. Man, if y'all don't know, man, me and Shedeur Sanders pretty much was going through the same exact thing as far as football and competition for a position on a football team. I had a direct correlation to this Dylan Gabriel and Shedeur Sanders competition back when I was drafted to the New England Patriots. I was drafted in the 4th round, but the Patriots also drafted another cornerback in the 2nd round by the name of Eugene Wilson. We called him Gino, out of the University of Illinois. And he was drafted in the same draft class as myself. That was my dog, my homie, my role partner. You know what I mean? We did pretty much everything together. You know, when you're rookies, you stick together. And don't get it twisted. He was a player. He was a playmaker like myself. And yeah, he was a dog. He set records in the at the University of Illinois for pass breakups or something like that. He used to 3 years or something like that. He was averaging 16 and 20 pass breakups a year. He was off the chain. He used to get his hands on the ball consistently, like myself. Like I said, he was a dog. But your boy, Mr. Pick Six, I was just on another level when it came to getting that ball. I was just on another level, right? Now, here's a picture of Eugene Wilson back in the days when we played for the Patriots. Look at my dog back in the day, so you understand who I'm talking about, man. Eugene Wilson. He was the 2nd round pick for the New England Patriots in the 2003 NFL draft, and I was the 4th round pick. He was expected to come in and contribute right away, as he did, right? Here go me and Eugene Wilson right there. Him making a play. He intercepted the pass. I don't know who we playing against, but you can see your boy is explosive. I got hops. We up there celebrating. If you don't notice anything in this picture, understand that Mr. Pick Six got hops. I can get up. Make sure you understand that. These pictures bring back memories, man.
Mm-hmm.
Memories, man. We had fun out there playing ball, right? Now, in practice and the preseason games, I definitely outplayed Geno. That's what I say, Eugene Wilson. That's what we call him. Even Coach Belichick went on TV during the preseason game interview to talk about how many times I intercepted the football during training camp. Coach Belichick, I guess he had never seen anything like that, and he was impressed.
Mm-hmm.
He was impressed. But do you think I had a chance to outcompete Eugene Wilson for a position on the depth chart, being that he was the second-round pick? No way. There was nothing I can do to beat him in the competition. There was nothing I can do. No matter how good I played, he was going to be ahead of me on the depth chart. That's how it was.
Mm-hmm.
My signing bonus was barely $300,000, and Eugene Wilson signing bonus was in the millions. So you get the picture. The players that make the most are the ones that's going to get on the field. I started almost every practice at cornerback in training camp, and really, really thought I had a chance to win a starting job as a rookie. I really believe that in my heart because I'm coming from college where the players with the most production wins the job.
All right.
There's a production chart. And when I got to New England, as a rookie, Ty Law didn't practice not one day in training camp. Not one day. I'm so confused. I'm trying to learn and understand what's happening. Ty Law is sitting over there on a knee every day. He has a contract dispute, but I don't know nothing about a contract dispute at this point in my life. And all I can see is like, I'm finna take his stuff and I'm going to be the starting cornerback. You can sit over there all you want. I'm gonna keep snapping and I'm gonna start. That was my mindset.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't understand the politics of the game. Right? Ty Law wasn't worried about nothing. I could intercept 10 passes in one practice. It didn't matter because he knew. But I didn't. 2 weeks before the first regular season game, our defensive coordinator, Coach Romeo Cornell, we call him Coach Rat, he announced the starters. Obviously, I'm waiting for my name to be called because I think I'm going to be the starter. And he named Ty Law and Tyrone Poole with Eugene Wilson as the starting nickelback. And where did y'all think I landed at? What comes after nickelback? Y'all say it with me. Dime back. So I was the dime, he was the nickel, then they had 2 starters. So I come in the game when it's 4 receivers and we bring in 4 cornerbacks. Now, despite what I did in training camp and all those things, it didn't matter. That's where I was drafted at.
Mm-hmm.
So as a dime back in the first game, or I think we only played 1 game. You know, I got about 10 to 12 plays, and they grade those plays. And yeah. Now, let me tell you when things change. This is when things change. That first game of the season came, and we got our ass kicked by the Buffalo Bills. Coach Belichick was furious. We had just traded Lawyer Malloy over there. He had the stadium rocking. He was a patriot, a diehard patriot. The fans loved him. And no one agreed with that trade. So he had the Buffalo Bills take it out on us. They kicked our butt. It's like 31-10 or something like that. Coach Belichick started cutting folks left and right and making changes at the same time. Now, this is my first interaction in the NFL. I don't understand what is happening. I was super scared. I was super scared that I was going to be next and he was going to cut me.
Oh, so you had the fear of being cut.
I had the fear of being cut because
Mm-hmm.
my defensive back coach at the time, Eric Mangini, he was the one putting fear in us young guys, telling us we better do every little thing right or we're going to get cut. It was a scary environment, man. It was a scary environment to be in after that first game. It was definitely scary. Then we had our team meeting where Belichick announces the roster moves. All the roster moves that's happening for the week or that day for the team, right? Who's left, who got cut, released, and who's coming in. Belichick named the players who got cut, and then we broke into offense and defense meetings. And the meeting is when Belichick made the changes to the depth chart. And Eugene Wilson was moved to free safety. I was moved up to nickelback. So I went from dime back to nickelback. All of that because the only reason that happened is because Eugene Wilson moved to free safety. I never outcompeted him for the position. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
So if he would have remained playing cornerback, I don't ever see the Patriots allowing me to move ahead of Eugene Wilson.
No matter what you did.
No matter what I did. But at the end of the day, when that opportunity arises, you have to take full advantage and seize the moment. And I didn't look back after that. As you know, of course, I had some rough and hard times, but I didn't look back after that. Now, I'm giving you a direct assessment of how the NFL politics work, right? If Eugene Wilson would have continued to play cornerback, things wouldn't have worked out the way it did for me. But because Geno was moved to a different position, it gave me opportunity to move up on the depth chart and show my coaches, the NFL, what I can do. Now for Shedeur, he just has to keep grinding. Keep his head up high, chest out, stay focused, and wait for that opportunity to arrive.
Because you never know what's going to happen.
You never know what's going to happen. As you've seen, the Raiders had issues at the quarterback situation. They got rid of Kenny Pickett. Kenny Pickett's gone. You one step closer to an opportunity to get on that field and play. We see Shedeur Sanders isn't going to get any favor from those coaches at the Cleveland Browns. He has to go out there and be as impressive as possible every time he gets an opportunity because he's not going to receive any favor from those coaches. Me, I know exactly what he's going through because I'm telling you, I've been pretty much in his shoes before, you know. But the only difference in our competition is that I had 2 potential spots to win a starting job, right? I got the left or the right cornerback position to potentially win a spot, right? Whereas he only has 1 position to win a spot at the quarterback spot, right? So that's the difference for myself and Shedeur Sanders competition.